Hello everyone. Hope all is okay with you and your family. Remember, your family is your first community. Though they can be your worst nightmare, they should be your first shelter from the storm of life. So guys, I was to do this upload a few days ago, but sometimes you see, social media is very overwhelming and you have to have the stomach for it at all times. The level of crime and violence and fake people and haters and friend enemies and disappointment on every level in society is stomach churning. The killings, the robberies, the incidences and accidents, the missing people, and a lot of these crimes are done by people who know each other. Social media has taught me that I can't even trust my own shadow. And you have to be really very careful who you call friends or lovers. You have to really be careful and choose wisely who comes in and out of your life. As for me, taking all this in at once is really stressing at times. The reality that you can't really trust anyone, that is a sad way for people to be living. When I decided to do YouTube, I really wanted was to make a difference in the area of counseling, advising, motivating, especially for young people and young men who face challenges out there in the society. As everyone knows already, is that I am a mother and I'm a mother of boys and girls, so I just wanted to motivate them so that they know there's always options and to capitalize on their greatest strength. And also for single mothers, even though life is about work, they have to set aside quiet times with their kids to find out what is going on in their lives and allow them to be able to trust you as parents, to be able to can come to you with any problem they have without you putting them down. And also to let us as parents know that what we are doing wrong at times, because we as parents are not perfect, as it's not a dictatorship and life does get in the way at times. And as for women, stop hating on each other just because they are women, and stop looking at other women as your competitor, because generally this hating there most time is not really any valuable grounded reason why they're hating on each other so much. Let's change the narrative that women are their own worst enemies. But I soon realized that people don't really care about those things. People are more interested in the gossip, and that's what sells. However, I do try my best to get across a balanced and accurate perspective in my own way, as I really have to try and give the people what they want to have a viable platform. But sometimes too much of these negative news, they just really mess with my mind at times. It's just too much sadness, depression, hate going on. I really had to take a few days off keeping up with the topics, as they are coming in fast. As my friend says to me, listen to me, girl. Are you in it or are you not in it? You put a lot of work in it already, so make up your mind if you're going to keep going on. So I'm keeping it moving. This upload should have been done a few days ago, but I was just so overwhelmed, as I said, and to realize that these two guys are coming from many years ago as friends, and to see something like this happen, so I'll get into the story. It's about the altercation of General B and Harry Toddler and friends, and how the gang General B and beat him up. It's alleged. Many people from the musical fraternity and fans all over the world was not pleased with this altercation and speak out against it and called Harry Toddler friend killer, bad mind, to name a few. And you know what? They all had valuable points. As it was on the heel of this backlash that Harry Toddler himself came out and gave an interview, as he knew the repercussion was coming. First, he stated that he was saddened by the altercation, which many of us didn't believe that, because the next day on social media, he never showed any remorse about the situation, as instead he dropped a bad man song about everyone know who locked the place and who have the talk outer east. It's called 90s Badness. Release right after the altercation, he put it out on his social media. That did not seem remorseful, but as yet he never heard the backlash as yet. I think the backlash from all levels of the society is really what he is remorseful of. Anyway, let's check out what he says as he tries to clear the rumors about his involvement in the beat down of General B, which he never tried to stop. First, he said, him, Harry Toddler, and General B are real brethren. But just a few months before, he was on social media venting on General B very angrily, saying he wants, General B want to control everything, and him want to control all the bar, and how him basically not have nothing to do with him again from that day. He went on to say he has never had a physical altercation with General B before, only verbal altercations. He went on to say many people had an input into the growth of Boombox event, making himself, of course, out to be the main player, then just happened to call General B as also a casual inputter. Not how much both gentlemen had sacrificed and put into it, and that they both are the main players. These men are in the street men. You think if General B never did some serious contribution into Boombox in the first place, do you think they could have been registered partners in Boombox? Look at all the followers around Toddler. Why not one of them? Obviously, them two was an important factor to the development of Boombox. Forget about all the fanfare and bar talk and all the follow back and naysayers. Both men are not perfect, but them two started something together with whatever input they got, but them two men there is the main source and people in control of Boombox. Harry Toddler went on to say that in recent time the relationship have grown sour. You guys sound his friends. What you should have done is have some meeting with some elders to guide you both, who can be a balanced person in the thinking. Or you guys just go to a lawyer. Because I've noticed in any business, as soon as things start to grow and get better, vibes always start. It's a Jamaican thing. You should have done the right thing for your friendship. Another thing, the event used to keep at Red Hills Road, but mainly Harry Toddler's decision, it moved to Kencut, and that's one of the main feud, because it seems that the other partner never wanted to go there, as Harry Toddler would have more control, as that's Harry Toddler area and his people belong to that area as well. So in essence, they were not in agreement with where Boombox was held. He then gave a totally different version of the event that happened and said he was not involved with no altercation with General B. And while General B was on stage ranting, the Sokya that did not finish which was blatantly towards General B. He said he was talking to a big fat woman in the crowd. Whoever believes pigs can fly can believe that. Even when his voice was heard clearly saying loudly from Boom dead, come bout ya. However, I feel that was a instigation remark to rile up the fallbackers, because Harry Toddler would have already known General B was on tour for a while, so that would have been an unfair statement. So that leaves people to think, could it be bad mind? One can fly out and one can't. So the premise would be that you already are going tour and I make money. How we leave with Boombox. Worse now, it's off the ground, getting a bit of recognition. And people love the vibes. No need for General B anymore. If you will listen clearly to when both men speak, you can hear loudly what is not being said. I quote Harry Toddler's words. True me know him want to stab me. Him a wrestle with the man them, No man no touch him. General B, a him cut the youth pan him hand, and chuck a man under him throat. Cause when time them a move me see him a run go back on stage because them move us from each other. Unquote. That paragraph was his personal speech, is in his own words. I say we really need Judge Judy right here, because his story need a better tailor. So Harry Toddler, General B want to stab you. Why? And they wrestle with which man them? Because you say no man no touch him. Because it seemed like him just span out of the ear and just cut the man pan him hand for not touching him, which is the one that pushed him off the stage. Never seemed to be looking on his hand like he was injured at all. However, he could have been. Then General B just look for another man and chuck him under him throat. Who never trouble him at all, cause you say no man no trouble him, nor touch him. But the man then move you, Harry Toddler, and General B apart from each other. So let me get this straight. No man no touch General B, and you and the man never in a no altercation. But the men them are separate you, Harry Toddler, from General B. So basically what you said, you would have us believe that General B is a mentally ill madman that need to go out of Bellevue, but him only have on clean clothes. Jump up and start seeing things, cut man, chop man under them throat. After he was clearly pushed off the stage, he knock up his own body all over the ground, then run out and leave his vehicle until the next morning. Jaja, what a story to tell. Whatever the reasons are behind this altercation, I think the reasons are many. General B should have seen the signs and the red flags from a long time and take precaution. Like take time and walk away. I know it's not easy, but you have to do what is in the best interest of yourself. Or lawyer up and come to some arrangement and leave Boombox alone. Especially when it moves into Toddler's domain, as he should have suspected based on talk that Harry Toddler made before on social media. Take time, take away your body. Worse, you have to remember the Jamaican way of thinking is like crab in a barrel. Them already are pre you say you go up on tour. And you see if when you come back, you not go bread with them out of your earning, just go dash it on them, you're already having a problem. Because even though you build Boombox, right there so them I think, you already have things that go on for you. Load them with Boombox because them are going to take time build that if say something can go on. Because them are get there, people are like the idea of Boombox and I run with the vibes. Are the thinking of the people, you're not gonna get it from that. It would be like example, two person open a grocery shop, them both stack it out. One fly out gone abroad for 6 months. When you come back, you not have no say again. So if you go there and say, I'm gonna put one little ear there so for sell meat, and you see a friend them will always have that little table right there so in the gathering eyeglass table, move it out. A problem that. Cause them a look at you say you never deb out and you go on like you want to come get the orders. Them now look at it and say you weren't here and they were benefiting everything. Even though are you and the person start it and build it up together. Them now look at that. Them a watch what you are doing, what going in your life. And the mentality. So nobody now gonna come appreciate you or try to change up nothing. It's like you're not an input again. So the fact that Harry Toddler never fly out, he was there in and out every day, every week, and so on, and you wasn't here for that little time. It's like he would have think him control the angle right now. And him are the man, and him everybody attack to, and him are this. Him not looking at how you build it from the root and come up. And of course, if the tables were changed and him could have fly, when he come back, you couldn't do that to him either. Because I still on a business that. Because he ain't looking at the facts. While you were gone, he was mostly benefiting. However, both men contributed to the breakdown of their relationship. As if appropriate paperwork were in place and better organizing, this could not have happened. It could have been avoided. Now a man I feel like say him have to let go off of everything when him bill or when him help bill. Especially when you deal with friends and family, make sure you have everything written down directively. However, on the night of the incident, General B had no entourage to assist him. So I blame Harry Toddler and him friends and see it as premeditated. They were just waiting for a reason or try to instigate something for go on. Simple as that. Anyway guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.